One of the things we do here at X's Football is try to show you guys how to run real football strategies and how they can be applied to football video games. And what we're going to take a look at here is a passing concept that's rather popular, especially in the NFL. And the name of it's called 3 levels passing concept. Now, this particular play we're about to show, at least the concept, is very effective against zone coverage and can also be ran against man coverage. And if you were to go into a football video game, you'd probably see something very similar to what we're showing on your screen here as far as these pass routes. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and take a look at the pass routes, and then we'll talk about the 3 levels concept. Let's go ahead and start over here towards the left, and the X receiver happens to be the split end. Now, he's just going to run this route here as you look at it. What he runs is a hitch route, and he takes an outside release, so he goes up the field about 18 yards, and he ends up in this area here as he breaks back towards the sideline. And then to the inside of him, it's going to be the slot receiver. We're going to call him the H receiver. Now, he's going to run this crossing route. As you look at it, he's going to run it from left to right on your screen. And then over on the other side here, we're going to have the tight end or the Y receiver. Now, he's going to go ahead and run a flat route out here towards the right. And then the Z receiver, he's going to run a streak or a go route down the right sideline. And then the running back in this case is going to go ahead and stay in the pass block into this area here as you look at your screen. Now, before we get to actually showing those pass routes as far as the 3 levels passing concept, let's go and take a look at the defense that we're going to run this against. And it happens to be cover 3 coverage, as you can see on your screen there. Now, what I want to focus in on are these 3 passing routes as you look at it. And let's go ahead and talk about each one of these routes. You're going to notice this receiver here, we already mentioned the slot receiver, the H receiver. He's going to go ahead and run a crossing route. Now, a lot of times, especially with the Saints, what they were doing against the Cowboys is they were having this receiver in the slot running his crossing route from the backside. So he would come across, and a lot of times, especially against zone coverage, you'd end up finding him somewhere open up in this area here where Breeze would find him open where he can make that throw into that area there and complete it. And what made this route so effective was the tight end. He would go ahead and go into the flat, so he would take the flat defender. In this case, it's going to be the strong safety. So the strong safety is going to come down here and cover the flat. And then the Z receiver, what he would do is he would lift the coverage. In this case, it's going to be this cornerback out here on the outside. We'd have this right cornerback going, or excuse me, the left cornerback dropping back into coverage to cover him. And then what would happen is, as the H receiver was to come across, he would get behind the linebackers. In this case, we're going to show this linebacker here. We'll call him the left outside linebacker. He would actually get behind him, and then what Breeze would do is he dropped back into the pocket here, and he'd be in the shotgun in this case. He would go ahead and find him open in this area here where he could make that throw. And a lot of times, this is something that you'll find even in the football video games. You'll find the exact same concept. Now, it may not be from the shotgun spread that we're showing here. You might find it in the shotgun doubles that we're showing here. You might find a shotgun spread, or you might even find a 5-wide formation, but the concept's the same, and it works always the same way. And one of the cool things about this is, as you look at it, you're going to have 3 levels that you're going to be attacking as far as zone coverage. For example, as you look at it, you can see the Y receiver, the tight end, he's going to attack the level 1 area, and then the slot receiver, in this case is the H receiver, he's going to go ahead and attack the level 2 area. And then you're going to have the other receiver, in this case would be the Z receiver, and he's going to go ahead and attack this area here, the deep area down here. So you have all 3 of those levels all being attacked, and that's why it's called a level 3 or 3 levels concept, because you end up having 3 levels being attacked by 3 different receivers, making it pretty effective as far as attacking zone coverage. And what I want to go ahead and do here is I want to go ahead and run this play and just show you how effective this play is against the coverage that we're going to show that we talked about, cover 3. And mainly what I want you guys to go ahead and do as you watch this particular play is I want you guys to go ahead and concentrate on the slot receiver who's lined up right here, and he's running that crossing route. And that's the receiver that we're actually going to look to throw to with this particular play. So let's go ahead and run it and just take a look at it. And you'll see as he comes across, right in that area there is where he's going to get open as he's coming across. Here he comes across. And then the quarterback's just looking for him. In this case, we wind up throwing it behind that linebacker. But at some point, as he comes across, you're going to find that he's going to be open. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and rewind it again. And if you watch the play here, as he comes across, he could be open right there. The quarterback could went ahead and make this throw if he's open that area. You can clearly see that you have the right outside linebacker on the left side of the receiver, and then the left outside linebacker on the right side of the receiver. So you can see he's open there, or the quarterback is, if he's not open, he can just wait till he comes across, and at some point he's going to be open, such as what we're showing here. Against most zone coverage, at some point as he comes across on that crossing route, he's going to be open. Now, as we go back here and we work our way across again, let's go back over here and talk about some of these routes we talked about earlier. First off, let's look at this tight end as he's coming over into the flat, or the wide receiver. You can clearly see that the strong safety is coming down to cover him, so he's going to be totally out of the play. So here's the strong safety. He's coming down to go ahead and cover that tight end in the flat. And then as you look up here at the top, you can see that this guy right here, in this case is the Z receiver, he's going to go ahead and lift the coverage as far as with this safety, or excuse me, this cornerback right here. He's going to take him out of the play. So you can see those two guys are going to attack in those two levels, level 1 and level 3, allowing the level 2 receiver to get open as he comes across. And this is what I like about this particular play, is that it's very effective against zone coverage. Whether you're watching it in real football or if you're going to be playing in football video games, it's a play that you can run that's very effective as far as attacking that type of coverage.